Well, this is what the stock camera looks now, and this is what it looks after. Yo, what is going on, YouTubers? Today we're going to be talking about the reverse camera on my Ram 1500. This is a 2015, but this tutorial will work for any Ram from 13 to 18 with the factory reverse camera. You see, I got this Ram from the auction, as I keep mentioning on every video that I make about it. And well, it came with the stock radio, and then after that I upgraded to the Hipso Android radio, and now I have a tremendous Linkswell radio, which you guys already saw the video for it, and I still had the box around. I even have the Hipso radio. I sold the stock radio the other day on eBay. So anyways, guys, the reason that I want to replace the reverse camera is because the quality doesn't seem to be that great. You see, when I look at the camera on the rear side here, I noticed that everything looks pretty good in the sense of physical aspects. You can see the camera's right there. I don't see any problems with the lens. However, when I put it in reverse, the quality looks very, very bad. Even worse than those aftermarket reverse cameras that I get from China. And this is the factory reverse camera. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We're gonna put the truck in reverse, and right there, I mean, it is hard to capture from the camera, but believe me, it looks really, really bad. If you look here at the trees and all that stuff, it looks like very, very poor. So we're gonna replace it. This is what it looks like now, and then we're gonna see how it looks like afterwards. Well, here are some of the tools that you guys will need or might need. One of them is if you have one of these, it helps a lot, and you're gonna need some regular pliers. You're also gonna need a Torx size 30, a T30. All right, you're gonna need one of these as well. You're also gonna need a flathead screwdriver, a size 8mm socket with an extension. And in case you don't have one of these, you might need a ratchet as well. So these are all the tools that we're going to use to install this camera. And the funny part is, I went to the dealership and they wanted $563. This was only $36 on Amazon with about 4 stars reviews, and it has a whole bunch of them. So I am hoping this is going to do well. The only complaints that I heard about it is that the alignment is not the same as the original one, but who cares? As long as I can see better, that's all I care for. I don't really care about the alignment. So let's see how it does, guys. Let's go ahead and install it, and then see how it does. Hopefully it is a good camera. Our first step here, guys, is to remove 8 T30 screws that are holding this panel in place. Like so. Alright guys, so using one of these tiny little flat screwdrivers, I forgot to mention that you're going to need this as well. You had to remove this plug right here that goes to the camera. There's like a little clip on there. Just go right underneath and lift it, and then just pull on the wire, and it comes right off. As you can see, the clip is actually right there. You had to lift right underneath it so that it comes off. We also have another plug right next to it, but that one is a little bit easier to access. This one has a simple little push pin you had to press, which is this one here, and then just pull it right out. Now we got to remove these 2 tabs right here. Okay, this is where you can use that flat screwdriver, but in my case I was able to just use my hands. So once you remove those 2 retaining pins or clips, then you just simply move them to the side, and now all we have to do is take out these 2 8mm nuts, it looks like they are, and that should make the whole assembly come right out. Alright guys, so now after getting those 2 nuts out, these are it right here, these are 8mm. I got them out with my impact gun. Now we can go underneath and then just start wiggling around and playing with it. You can also look here from the very top. There we go, and voila, we got it out. Alright, so using that T20 I told you guys before, just remove these 2 screws, 1 and 2, and here's our old camera, and it looks like this is the OEM camera, and in fact it is. You can see it right there. We have the little Chrysler logo on there. Physically they look very similar. As a matter of fact, they have the same weight and everything. You can see it right there. You can see how the lenses are a little bit different. Now it is time to reinstall the 2 screws. Voila, we got both of them on there, guys. Now all we have to do is just reassemble everything in reverse, and then we should be able to test it. It looks like we got everything assembled correctly. Something that I can recommend is for you to, if you have a air compressor like I do, then I went ahead and cleaned all the debris inside here. I added oil, penetrating oil, to all of the components on here so that everything moves nice and freely. That looks really good. Alright guys, so here we are about to see our after, and I think it's actually quite nice that for $36 we actually resolved that issue. So let's go ahead and place it in reverse. Voila, that looks way better. Now if you look here closely, what people are complaining online, which I don't really mind, is the fact that the factory grid lines are the ones that are not aligned properly. If you look here at the radio grid lines, which are these ones right here, they look more centralized than the ones from the factory. So I'm going to try to go into the settings for this Linkswell radio. You can also do it for the factory radio and turn off the factory grid lines, and I think that should be a lot better because the camera angle is actually pretty good. And if you look guys, there's a lot of details. Now you can see the grass, you can see everything. So far so good. We will have to see how it holds up with time. But for 36 bucks guys, comparing it to the OEM, which is $568 at the dealership, this is amazing. There was no programming required, and it took just a few minutes. With this being said, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys on my next one.